We in the studio. Okay. Hey. Oh, I didn't see you there. I was busy recording my new rap label. Off to a great start today. Hey guys. My name is Jude Mercer, and welcome back to the ChristianBoy podcast with Jude Mercer, as always. Sorry about it being late. I guess I was trying to post them all on Thursday, but I only posted the first one on Thursday, then the second one was on a Wednesday. But I think we're going to stick to Sunday, so I can record it Saturday and have it edited down and posted for Sunday, so you go and you watch your church online, and then right after that, you listen to my podcast, because this is a very important part of your life. And I'm your mother, so you have to listen to my advice. Anywho, welcome back. Not as lively as I usually am. Now change. It's just that I had a problem where my computer couldn't pull up my facts for me to talk about some internet news. So I tried taking pictures of my phone with my computer, but all I have is just lovely shots of blurry nothing. So then I had to screenshot it on my phone just to get my stop. Why would you drive your dirt bike now? Jeez. This video was not sponsored by people who drive dirt bikes, and they're all terrible. Except for Zach. Sorry, Zach. But anyways, yeah, so I think I figured out how to do it. Now I just have to go through and open to look at all my facts, which are just 8 facts about a secret topic that we will not talk about yet. Also, I'm considering maybe bringing it down to a 30-minute podcast, as, you know, it kind of sucks having to sit there for 45 minutes. You, not me. I enjoy this. But there's only so much at a time of me people can really take. Once you've had too much, I'm kind of ruined. I'm like, it's like too much of a good thing. It's like if you eat a ton of ice cream and stuff, your tummy's gonna get all rumbly and all hurt. If you listen to me too much, your brain will die. But until your brain dies, I'm here, and we're just gonna jump right into it. Since I last left off, I think I was recording the day I just got back from my whole visiting my grandparents thing. So, quite a lot has happened since then. I think it might have been 2 weeks. Possibly. I don't even remember. It could totally be 2 weeks, and I just forgot to put out a podcast, and I'm blanking. Hold up. Let's pull up. Oh wait, I can't connect to anything on my computer because it can't connect to the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi is bad. Well, I don't know. It's a mystery, I guess. So that's fun. But, yeah, I don't know what I've talked about last. I know I talked about the Watermelon Bandits, and that's about it. And I talked about the M&Ms, which nobody cared about, apparently. So, no more talking about M&Ms. We will, however, be talking about Shmem&Ms, which is a new word for zoot that me and my friend Nasher Thrasher came up with. Yeah, lately I've been hanging out with the kids on my street, and they are all in grade 8, but they're the only people I can hang out with. So I guess they're okay. No, they're we've had some fun things happen and stuff. It's just like a whole new. I feel like such a boomer in that group. I feel like I am just super old and I never get any of the jokes and stuff, which is always great for a social experiment, if you will, on just seeing how well I do with them. and it's been pretty good. We just go out, really, in safe groups, and we stay safe and away from people. We went to Circle K. This is the most boring podcast ever. I'm just telling you about how I walked to a gas station with a bunch of grade 8s. But yeah, we went to Circle K once, which was cool. And then we went to the marina, which was nice. But unfortunately, Dax kicked my foot, of course. So I kicked his foot back. And then, of course, the right response to that was to whip his scooter at me, which busted the drink in my hand so it would spill all over me. Because I kicked his foot after he kicked my foot. He whipped a scooter at me at full speed. A metal scooter. So that's how my life has been going right now. Yeah. My shirts all smell like Powerade now because it just got over all of my shirts because I wear all my shirts at once, obviously. So, yeah, that was awful. It seems like whenever I go out, something bad happens. Like a few other times that we went out and this kid Joel, he didn't bring a scooter. I brought my longboard and everyone else had scooters, so all the scooter kids went ahead and I just walked beside him because I didn't want him to just walk by himself. And we didn't say a word, dude. I tried to talk, but it was just silence because I don't know what to talk about. And he already doesn't talk enough as it is. He's a very quiet lad. So it was a very interesting experience. You learn a lot about somebody by them not talking to you. What do you learn exactly? I'm not sure yet. But there's bound to be something, right? I know that he doesn't know how to talk. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, that day, we went to Burgess's, which is still open. And my brother is afraid of buying things because that is an irrational fear to have. So I with my own money that I worked hard to get, bought him ice cream because I'm a great person. And I had to hold a skateboard and a wallet and an ice cream cone, and at the same time, and I dropped the ice cream on the ground, of course. And did Dax come over and help and grab something because everything was falling out of my hands? Nope, but he laughed at me, just stood there laughing, and just was like, guys, look, he dropped this ice cream. So, yeah, I want to throw him in the lake, really. And then immediately after that, I tried picking up the ice cream with my bare hands because, you know, I didn't want it to, like, ruin the floor. And they're like, dude, don't. And I'm like, where's the garbage can? Let me just throw it out. And they're like, we'll just get you a new ice cream cone. And I'm like, okay, but... So, yeah. And then Dax just is just awful. Welcome to the Dax is Awful podcast, where we talk about my brother and how mean he is to me. Yeah. He's not like always mean, I guess. I don't know. Some good things that have happened with Dax. He's playing his mobile games still. I guess this is obviously what you came to hear. This is obviously why you're here, to listen to me talk about every boring detail of my entire life. I figured the more I wait between episodes, the more I'll have to talk about, but I don't really have much to talk about, you know? Mainly because every experience is awful. I'm ready for school. I mean, I didn't even want March break to happen, dude. I like attending school. I like learning and expanding my knowledge brain. And I like socializing with the people there. But there's no school anymore, so I don't really know what to do. Which I've already talked about, which is what everyone is talking about, because there is nothing to do, really. Yeah. Some more fun things that have happened. A million Mennonite jokes. Any Mennonites listening to this, how did you figure out how internet works? First of all, how is this happening? Second of all, sorry, but you are a hot take of today. Apparently, my brother has this friend he calls Shmeminem because he looks like Eminem, and he's a Mennonite, of course. There's just so many Mennonite things, and I wonder why we're always like making jokes about them. But I think it's just to keep them in line, because they outnumber us 15-1, us non-Mennonites. And the numbers are only getting bigger each day. Those guys don't stop reproducing and reproducing. My neighbors, they have 17 washing machines in their garage. They're Mennonites if you can't tell, but they have an entire laundromat in their garage. And I don't know why, and I can't figure out why. Do they need that much clothes done? I never know what they're doing. It scares me. It's like they're planning something really evil and scary, and I don't know. And that just makes me uncomfortable. You know? Like, if they're gonna build some kind of machine, like, you don't need 17 washing machines and 8 fridges in your garage. It's just so, it's really intimidating. Especially because my garage has inflatables, and that's it. Our garage is just a bouncy castle. We don't really have a garage, but it was worth it in the end, because we get a lot more of the bouncy castle than we would out of a normal garage. So that is just all fine and dandy. More word on the street is we were what was it called? Yeah, I made the mistake of letting them use my longboard and some rope, and they started just dragging each other and by running really fast and launching people on my longboard, which eventually led to 2 people crashing into the side of the road. But I think we've all been there. I don't know if you have, but I've definitely done that a lot of times. I think eventually there's some point in someone's life where they're like, whoa, rolly thing, go pull if we move fast. And then you just do it. And then you get horribly injured. And that's just the way life goes, my friend. Okay, so not much to talk about there. I've been considering letting some of them onto the pod, but I figured I want to have people that are my friends on, so we have more stuff to talk about first. And if you're unlucky, that might be you listening. I might ask you to be on my next pod. I might do it like every 5, but just to see how long it takes to crank out these episodes, because wow, it is so fun sitting and talking to yourself and trying to drag it out for 45 minutes. And yeah, of course with other people it should be going longer, so. Oh, and my computer shut off, and we're back. Okay. The little light's on, and I don't know, it's because the camera's open, and it's watching me. If you guys aren't putting tape over your cameras, what are you doing? Like, over your camera of your laptop, you're basically asking the government to spy on you. And by the government, I mean the birds, obviously, because birds aren't real, and they're government surveillance drones. And I still believe that, and I will never stop believing that. So, sorry dudes. I think I'm going to leave the camera on my computer right now, just to see what it's like to do a video podcast. I'm considering switching to a video podcast. I figured I'd just keep with the whole little logo design we've been having for a while. I like that. But pretty soon I'm going to make this a video podcast, so you have something to look at if you can only watch this in one tab, and you feel bad that nobody watches these, so you're watching it for my sake, and thank you for that. the whole point of this is just I want to have a podcast, and then people are like, what did you do over the break? And I'm like, oh, I have a podcast. And they're like, what? And then they look, and there's like 15 videos of me just talking to myself. And they're like, wow, you need help. So that's the plan, just for clout. And a platform to talk about things to 3 people, which I like. Some more of the facts about me. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last episode. Community is awesome. I've been watching it quite a bit. I'm in season 5. And, of course, I watch like a normal person. I binge a ton, and then I feel bad that I'm going to finish a series too fast, so I start trying to limit myself, and then I forget about the series. I haven't watched it in like 5 days, because I was trying to watch like 1 episode a night. And here we are. Yay, me. Ooh, ooh. I am a big boy adult, and I'm responsible with my time. Of course. And then I started watching Parks and Rec again, because I never finished it. But I also never watched the first 2 seasons, so I just decided to just watch everything over again. And it's great. Andy is my life, basically. I love Andy so much. He's just the biggest mood ever. And I strive to be like that. I strive to have no shame. Hence the reason why I have a podcast. Oh, snap. Self-burn. I probably don't sound... I've already mentioned this. I'm sorry. I'm trying to sound giddy and excited, so it's not just like, oh, hey guys, so today we're going to be reviewing the top 10 types of QuickBook Pro and updates. I'm trying to make it good, you know? Thinking about, I mean, my dad already said it's cool for me to go to the church and use some of the stuff there, so we're going to try doing that. But let's just keep these simple and stuff and keep on rolling. We're at 17 minutes and 24 seconds. That's pretty good. Is 45 minutes too long? Is the question I would like to ask you guys. Just let me know. Except I will just ask the 3 people who listen to this in person or over the phone, because I already know them. And it's not like there's somebody I don't know watching this. So that's gang. Some more fun updates on my life. Yesterday. What day? Friday. So yesterday. Yeah, because today's Sunday and I don't know days. Sunday. Friday, I hung out with Zach, the absolute mad lad McMurray, and we were doing this little passion project of mine. Me and Zach have been friends for almost 7 years now, coming up soon, so that's pretty cool. And about 5 years ago, the hit song Shia Labeouf Live was pretty popular in my school, of the 8 kids in my school. So we made a music video of it with me being Shia LaBeouf and me chasing him and stuff. And your leg! It's caught in a bear trap! And we just acted most of it out, but we never finished it. And then I stole his iPod, like just on Friday, because I went over, because it has it on it. So I'm gonna see if I can get the original video off of it. But thanks to Mrs. McLeod, my drama teacher, I've been given a chance to make a music video. So we did it. It's not done yet, no. But we recorded half of it on Friday. And I also, on that day, I recorded myself in a tuxedo, lip-syncing all of it. So I'm gonna cut, once I go back and record the rest of it, then I just edit between the two. And then we have a music video it is beautiful. Shia LaBeouf Live is a great song. If you haven't heard it yet, listen to it right now. Stop this podcast and go listen to it and then come back. But it's just a great bop, and it was really fun. A lot of scenes of just me running around and then him crawling on all fours. We switched roles because his hair grew out like a lot because he didn't buzz cut it because he had no secret motive to buzz cut his hair recently. But I did. Haha, you never know why. But I did. So now my hair is it just grew back to where it was when I buzzed it instead of having it look like long and flowing like I'm Jesus. Like I have Jesus hair. Like a Ben Gagne hairstyle. So he was Shia Labeouf. Also, I just wanted to put makeup on his face, so I gave him a fake beard. Most people bought the beard when we invited another kid over to come and be a dead body so Zach could eat him. He fully thought he had a full face of hair. It was great. It was not just because I did a good job as a makeup artist, but Zach could really pull that off. And I'm really proud of him for that. Very few people could pull off a full face beard thing. So, that is good. It was just so... I would show a picture. If I could, I would edit in a picture. But I'm still trying to figure out how to do this whole thing. So, no pictures. Next episode, I promise you, if it's done, I will put the video in the podcast. So, I will let you know that there's something to look at, and it will be awesome. So, if you made it this far, remember, next episode is going to have a music video of me and Zach and Mike McFast McDonald. So, don't miss it. It's going to be great. Yeah. I've started to realize why I don't wear tuxedos. It's because I look like a penguin. I don't really have the rugged face to complement a tuxedo, which is why whenever I go to events, I like sticking to vests and suspenders and stuff and bright blue bow ties because that just complements my. I don't want to look like if you dressed up a baby and put him in a tuxedo. That's kind of what I feel like I look like, because everyone these days looks like they're 17 because we're all turning 17. And I look like I'm 12, which is why it's easy to hang out with the 12-year-olds on my street because I am the same height and I look like them. So, I tried growing a beard. I never mentioned this. I tried growing out my facial hair. So I didn't shave for like 2 weeks. And trust me, I surprisingly grow facial hair very fast. And I just hated it so much. So I will be clean shaven for the rest of my life. I'm never going to grow a beard. I'm just going to have just naked face, which is good. It's for the sake of the world that no one sees me with a beard. But Zach can pull off a beard. That's the thing, because all my friends can pull off facial hair. Even my friends who are girls, I believe that if they had facial hair, I would be afraid of them even more. Because like they could pull it off. I just can't. So that's the sad truth about my life. What are we at? 24 minutes. That's good. We're gonna try a 30-minute pod today, see how it feels. So, it's time for some wacky internet things, I guess. This is my new segment of I'm gonna pull up something on the internet and talk about it. So it's not just a recap on my life. So, as I'm doing schoolwork on a Lenovo ThinkPad laptop from my school that I definitely didn't steal. School board, if you're listening. I own this. I went to the dealer and I bought this specifically. But yeah, I was, whenever you open a new tab, it shows you a big thing of news, and I never care about it until recently, for I saw an article claiming 7 things I didn't know about Kraft Dinner. And if you don't know me, you wouldn't know this, but Kraft Dinner is my favorite thing ever. It is the most glorious food to ever exist, next to Chick-fil-A. It's Chick-fil-A, then Kraft Dinner for me. That's the two things I eat. Just how I keep my body in such pristine shape, even though I'm a vegetarian and I can't really eat Chick-fil-A. So, until I stop. But, yeah, Kraft Dinner, I love it more than life itself. If nobody from that class is going to be listening. But, for my leadership class with Mr. Braun, for my 1-minute speech, I showed everyone the proper way how to make Kraft Dinner. And nobody really knew it. You guys are going to get to learn my secret Kraft Dinner recipe, which isn't a secret, but the trick to making the best Kraft Dinner is, you boil it, you put it in the pot, and you put the butter in first, and then you mix it around so the noodles get all greasy from the butter. Then you put the cheese powder on top, don't stir, and then you add a little bit of milk and stir until they're all orange, and then you add a little bit more milk and stir, and a little bit more milk and stir, which gives you the cheese sauce that you desperately want. And that's the order. Most people do it in a different order, like cheese sauce, they put the cheese powder, then the butter, then the milk or something, and that just ends up getting it all sticky and gross. But nobody knew my proper way, so I'm glad I opened their eyes that day. But anyways, I tried finding that article, never did, but I found several articles. So this is a 2014 article on 8 things I didn't know about Kraft Dinner. So let's see. Number 1. Kraft Dinner sells 1 million boxes of mac and cheese a day. Okay, that doesn't really sound too realistic to me, does it? Yeah, I don't think that's true. Maybe not these days because I'm living in a quarantine state of mind. But maybe earlier, would people buy do you know what? If the internet says it, it has to be true. So, Kraft Dinner sells 1 million boxes of Kraft Dinner a day. No wonder Kraft is one of the most profitable companies in the country if their sales are not astronomical. They're lucky we're all addicted to their cheesy goodness. I make up 500,000 of those boxes a day alone. The rest is just everyone else in the world, but yeah, that's just how much Kraft Dinner I eat a day. Next fact we got, my dog is barking. The record for eating an entire box of Kraft macaroni and cheese is 1 minute and 2.14 seconds. So that's the record I'm going to be setting out to beat. In the next podcast, you will listen to me choke on that Kraft Dinner and die. But, this number is both impressive and nauseating all at once. Set by a speed eater in April of 2014. We do not suggest you attempt to beat this record. I don't care. No, I'm going to beat it. Sorry. I believe in myself, and I think I can do it. If you think I can eat a box of Kraft Dinner in less than a minute, let me know. So I will do it. Number 3, there are over 50 varieties of Kraft macaroni and cheese. I already knew that. There's not just the cheesiest, which is a type of cheese, obviously. I mean a type of Kraft Dinner. There's not just the cheesiest. For a more elegant palate, try flavors such as buffalo cheddar, garlic and herb alfredo, grilled cheese explosion. Pardon, sir? I could have been eating grilled cheese, mac and cheese. Oh gosh, my life could be so much better. Oh, jeez. Okay. Veggie pasta? Ooh, and organic white cheddar. We're not even counting the fun-shaped pasta. SpongeBob SquarePants and that. There's just so many types of Kraft Dinner. You ever try the Kraft Dinner that's shaped like something? That's great. I really like food when it's shaped like something that was alive, so I can kill it again in my mouth. Or at least I did when I was a child. So. Weirdest thing I've said on the podcast so far goes to that. Yeah. I gotta find me some grilled cheese explosion. That's all I'm saying. Oh, man, that sounds good. Oh, story about that, actually. Once, my mom, when I was a kid, my mom called me up for Kraft Dinner. And everyone was just eating it, and they're like, oh, this is fine. And then I took one bite, and I threw the fork down, and I was like, wait, what? This isn't Kraft Dinner. And everyone else was just eating it, and they're like, no, it's Kraft Dinner. It just tastes a little weird. I'm like, nope, this isn't Kraft Dinner. And I go to my mom, and it was fish Kraft Dinner. It was made with omega-3s and stuff. It was made from fish. It was fish Kraft Dinner. They ruined the most perfect thing in the world. They made fish-flavored Kraft Dinner. And I didn't eat it, of course. And my mom was very upset that I took one bite and I realized it. But that's what you get, because I am a Kraft Dinner connoisseur. I love that stuff. Okay, number 4. In 2014, Kraft brought back Vanilla Ice for a throwback advertising campaign. What the heck? Vanilla Ice's legacy lives on through mac and cheese. What the heck? Kraft Dinner invited Vanilla Ice to do his famous ninja rap from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, in 1991 for their 2014 advertisement. You think they were targeting kids? You're wrong. That commercial was for 90s kids who wanted another excuse to feel nostalgic and buy as much Kraft Dinner as possible. Okay. I don't even really know who Vanilla Ice is, but that sounds about right. That sounds about right for Kraft Dinner. Here's a rapper who sang a song in the second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie by Kraft Dinner. They could just show me like a picture of a rock covered in peanut butter and have someone kick it around in Uggs for 30 seconds. Then at the end it just says, buy Kraft Dinner. And I'd be like, well, that ad was successful. I'm going to go buy Kraft Dinner. Because it's amazing. It's the most beautiful thing in the world to me. Nothing is more beautiful than Kraft Dinner. Except for, of course, the girl listening to this. Ayo. You can't tell, but I'm doing that thing where you, like, rub your chin and you're like, ha ha. Yeah, so. I can't even read this. Oh, yeah, this is the one about... Okay, in the middle of the night in November 2011, a giant noodle-shaped sculpture appeared in Philadelphia's Love Park. Pause. Why do you have a Love Park? What do you think happens in the Love Park? Is it like a sequel to the Love Shack? Hey, baby, wanna go walk our dogs in the Love Park? Like, what is that? What are you implying happens in this park? Maybe it's just like a wedding place. I shouldn't judge. Anyways, not a noodle sculpture you made in elementary school, mind you, but one big, beautiful noodle with the slogan, "You know you love it," on the side. There was no sign of Kraft Dinner's logo anywhere, and Kraft's headquarters refuses to comment on the origin of this mysterious statue to this day. This is where the pod gets good, when it becomes a conspiracy podcast. Did Kraft Dinner put up this secret Kraft Dinner sculpture in Philadelphia's world famous, obviously, Love Park? Love Park. Okay. Out of all the places but a Kraft Dinner statue, I wouldn't put it there, but it seems like something Kraft Dinner would do. Honestly, I know them pretty well. I think they would put up a secret statue. I wish it was Seacliff Park. There's gonna be a petition in the link down there below. Make sure you sign it. We are trying to get Kraft Dinner to put another secret sculpture in our local Seacliff Park. So make sure you sign on. Oh my gosh. Kraft Dinner, as they call it in Canada. Is this a crappy American thing? Ah, dang it. Everyone calls it Kraft Dinner. Who calls it KD? Sometimes I call it KD if I'm in a rush, but it's always been Kraft Dinner to me. Probably just because I'm Canadian, eh? Anyways. Favorite meal in the Great White North, and considered to be the unofficial national meal. Even over poutine and Tim Hortons. Canadians purchase 12% of all Kraft Dinner macaroni and cheese and eat it 55% more than Americans do. Kraft dinners have become such a cultural staple that the Kraft Dinner has changed the name of its mac and cheese to just KD. Oh, wait, so do we call it Kraft Dinner or do we call it KD? What do we call it? Kraft Dinner is beautiful and I love it so much. Yeah. Are you surprised that Kraft Dinner is the national meal of your country? Because I'm not, because I'd sign that petition too. I respect that. Kraft Dinner is great. In the words of Simon and Garfunkel, if I had $1 million, we wouldn't have to eat Kraft Dinner, but we would still eat Kraft Dinner. We would buy more of Kraft Dinner. Or something. I don't know the exact words, but they had it right. If it is Simon and Garfunkel, I don't really know old people and their names, but yes. Okay, and clicky, clicky, clicky. No, the popular way to eat mac and cheese in Canada is with ketchup. Yep. I mean, I don't personally. I sometimes put ketchup in it, but I mainly just prefer the unhindered, just raw taste of it, you know. I just love it so much. I realized I said this was going to be a 30-minute one, and we're at 36 minutes, so I'll try to wrap this up quick, and we'll have a 40-minute pod today. But of course, I'm going to go over that, because I'm just going to keep talking about Kraft Dinner. I didn't know this segment would be so good. Despite eating boxes and boxes of Kraft in my childhood, this is the article, not me, I never once defiled it with ketchup. Apparently, this trend was all the rage in the 90s and has not died to this day. You go, Canada. You could put ketchup in Kraft Dinner. You put ketchup on everything. That's what ketchup is for. Ketchup and mustard. That's all it's about. And finally, James Lewis is not the inventor of mac and cheese. Pardon? I don't know who James Lewis is, and I never once assumed he was the inventor of mac and cheese. Did you? I didn't know who made it. I kind of just thought it was God and his gift to the world. It's like, sorry about making you die and stuff. Here's Kraft Dinner to make it a little bit better. And I think that's all you get to eat in heaven. It's just, there's just Kraft Dinner fountains. Ah, man. Kraft Dinner, love it. The true story is that Kraft saw a salesman in St. Louis selling boxes of pasta with grated cheese attached by a rubber band and had an aha moment. James Lewis Kraft is not the inventor. Oh, I've never seen the word Kraft. Okay, the person who invented Kraft Dinner is not the inventor of Kraft Dinner. He saw somebody selling boxes of pasta with grated cheese attached. As the first person to patent the idea of mass-produced cheesy pasta, I hear he's done pretty well for himself since then. Yep. Was Kraft Dinner invented before then or after that? I don't know. Was mac and cheese like? When was mac and cheese invented? I would Google it for you, but I'd have to stop the video. So, do yourself a favor and tell me right now. Just shout it out. When was mac and cheese invented? Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
You up there?
What?
You up there?
Yep, just finishing up.
Your podcast?
Yes, sir.
Hi, pod family.
No, don't say that. Don't listen to him, everyone. He is not my dad. Don't tell him that, though. Anyways, we're at 39, so let's wrap it up. I'm not gonna extend it to 45. Expect some exciting more pod news next time. I might try to make another one real quick to make up for being late. But other than that, I really want to get outro music. Dang. Outro music would be cool. So I'm going to try to get that too. But thank you. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. It means a lot that you did. If you got all the way to the end here, you deserve not 1, not 2, but 3 golden stars. You deserve all 3 of them. If you've listened to every episode so far, you're at 6 golden stars, dude. That's only 64 stars away from your very own personalized Kraft Dinner statue. So, Kraft Dinner statue, title of the pod. We're done. Okay. Well, that ties up all the loose ends I was looking for. So, that's our outro music. Thank you so much for listening. You've been a great audience. You've been really quiet. I really appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to me ramble on about life and stuff. If there's any suggestions you have how to make this podcast better, let me know. But you're not going to comment it because no one really comments anymore because that's not cool and hip and jive. But thank you for this opportunity to impact your life. I hope you learned something about Kraft Dinner. I hope you learned something about your life. I hope you learned that Dax is a turd. And I hope you don't think I'm trying to drag this out. I'm not. I just always try to end it on a good, happy, positive note. So thank you. I, as always, am Jude Mercer, and this has been the Christian Boy Podcast. I will see you all next week. Gang, gang, skirt, skirt. I'm stupid. Okay, bye.